Hey, what's up? Welcome to the 7th episode of MRTV Weekly. I'm your host, Mitch Rosenblum. In movies this week, George Lucas sold LucasFilms to Disney, and Disney will be making episode 7 of Star Wars. Personally, I think you should leave Star Wars alone. It has been messed with enough, far more than enough. It has been messed with way too much. Also in Star Wars, Mark Hamill and Carrie Fisher might reprise their roles as Luke and Leia Skywalker. Mark Hamill said he and Carrie Fisher met with George Lucas and Kathleen Kennedy a few months ago, and they discussed a possibility of another film. I would also like to see Harrison Ford reprise his role as Han Solo, but he probably won't, considering he hated his time on Star Wars. Bryan Singer will be directing the X-Men First Class sequel. Bryan Singer has had experience with X-Men. He directed the first two X-Men, X-Men and X2 United. Frank Grillo will be playing the villain Crossbones in Captain America 2, The Winter Soldier. Also in Marvel, Jamie Foxx has been announced to be playing Electro, the villain in the Amazing Spider-Man sequel. Lastly, in Marvel, the first poster for the Wolverine was released. RZA will be directing a Ghengis Khan biopic, and that sounds pretty cool. Lastly, a new trailer for Hansel and Gretel Witch Hunters was released, and the movie looks awesome. It really does look cool. In television this week, we got the first picture of Huntress, who will be appearing later this season on Arrow. And if you don't know, in the comic books, Huntress is Helena Wayne, the daughter of Bruce Wayne. In comic books, as well as YouTube, we got 2 new featurettes for Batgirl Spoiled. They show behind-the-scenes looks at fights and props. In comic books this week, I read Batgirl number 1, Catwoman number 13, Arrow Special Edition number 1, AVX Consequences number 4, Ultimate Spider-Man 16.1, and Star Trek The Next Generation Doctor Who with Simulation Squared number 6. I also read Marvel Now previews, which I'm going to get a close-up on because on the cover is the upcoming Superior Spider-Man. And Marvel Now previews gives you previews of upcoming Marvel comics, obviously, and it's a monthly magazine. Any Marvel comic book fan should go out and buy this magazine monthly. You get to see previews of different comics that will be coming out later in the year. Well, that's all the news for this week. I'll see you next weekend.